Good morning, everybody. If you hear the microphone clickety-clacketing or something, it's because I'm fiddling with my fluffy bit. It's coming up to. It's a good job it's a good job we had planned a relaxing camp. We're recording on the Trekkie. It's a good job we had a relaxing camp in mind, because I woke up at 10 o'clock this morning. It's been a thoroughly miserable night. When I walked in yesterday, the ground was nice and dry, all things considered. And I said, oh, it doesn't matter if it rains all night, it won't flood. And we've got our usual, because this is our usual spot, and we've got our usual, although it's not as flooded now, our usual flooded pitch here. It's just a bit annoying because this is a nice flat bit, but it does occasionally get a little bit wet because of course it's rained so much that which was dry last night. This whole area was dry last night, and now she's got about 6 inches to play with, isn't she lucky? Well, she's certainly got a bit to play with. I don't know how deep that is, but she's certainly got water to play with. I got Lassie onto her bed last night because it was getting wet outside, so I did get her in, and amazingly she stayed. You never quite know whether she's going to bother staying or not. As you can see, I've left the door open, and it's rained all night, and, well, I won't say no rain got in, but if you look in that corner down there, there's a few splashes down there, but it's missed me, it's missed the bed, and I think I did occasionally feel one or two splashes, land on my head, but they were so few and far between as to be not worth worrying about, so I didn't. And you can see how wet it is, around here. And no condensation. I really do recommend, whenever possible, just leave everything open. Unless you need to do it up. Like I said, if the structural integrity of your tent needs the door doing up, and this is pinned down so well and it's not that windy, I don't think it does. If rain is getting in to the point where it's causing a problem, which half a dozen drops isn't, it's snowing and snow is getting in, or it's like -10, even at -5 I'd be leaving the door open, most likely. Probably once it got to -10, then I might be doing the door up maybe at that point, but and maybe beyond -5. But just leave as much open as you can. I've got both vents open there. I've got the inner vent completely open, and the outer vent is 3/4, or well, no, it's like a quarter open. And the only reason why, it's quarter open is because obviously with it raining, rain, could in theory, get in. So, but even then I've left it quarter open. So leave as much open as you possibly can, for ventilation. I don't know what it is with the new crop of YouTubers and campers. Everyone seems to cocoon themselves up, and then they go running home crying to mummy that everything's wet inside, they've got condensation. I don't know why, maybe it's because maybe I'm just lucky, and every time I camp in all weather conditions I virtually never get condensation. Maybe it's just luck, maybe the Lord God himself just shines a no condensation thing down on me. I don't know. And of course last night I said I was gonna bring you down to the water, and then I promptly forgot to bring the GoPro down, which was very helpful. And of course, as a good friend said, you're about the only person on YouTube that says, why is everybody filtering their water? Anyway, obviously, be good little children and do what everybody tells you, and of course, filter your water, very important. Oh, you're not wet enough, Lassie. There's some rain and miserableness in the air. Come on, go on then, quickly, go on then. Oh, Lassie, is it because you're on camera or something? Oh, it's funny, isn't it? Oh. You want to go in the water, don't you? We just came out just for a few minutes. We're going back inside again in a minute. Go on then. This is a relaxing camp. Go on then, Lassie. Go on then. That's it, right in the middle. Go on then. Go on then. Go on then. Oh, Lassie. Oh, I'm not standing out here, Lassie. I'll just show you around camp. The wind is kind of going at that direction there. It's kind of a westerly breeze today. It's probably high teens, low 20s. I mean, I'm not being blown off my feet. As I say, the wind is coming more, it's kind of coming from almost the northwest at the moment, because that's north over there. So it's kind of coming west, northwest. So in a way, you know, I know they kind of say pitch tail into the wind, but it's handling the side on quite well there. And one advantage of side on, it means that my doorway, you know, is completely, you know, downwind, as it were. There's no wind getting in there at all, and it's handling that perfectly well. All right, well, I think it's time to have a steak. We've not had a steak for a while. We're going to have a frying pan. We're going to have a frying pan. We're going to have a frying pan. We've got asparagus. I think we'll just do all the asparagus. Just be very, 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 very careful with your knife. I think this asparagus, I think it's better when it's kept in the fridge. I don't think it's the best now. So we'll cut the ends off. We're going to have to cut about half, I think. And then we're just going to put that in the water, and maybe we can just rescue those end bits there. But I think the rest have just dried up and whizzled a little bit. So we'll put that in there, and we'll bring that up to the boil. I did a video on Paul Messner's questions. So carry your bits out with you. It's had plenty of time to rest. we've got Lassie food, and now we've got a bag for our waste. So our herbs, which we put in here, I think we'll just tip the whole lot on. No point being delicate with it. Oop, that's a lot of herbs. We'll take the pan with the herbs. We'll probably be upsetting all the steak experts out there. Yeah, there's definitely oil. Let's put a bit of oil on the top there. And if I have enough oil. And let's fire her up. Fire in the hold. I hope we got enough gas. I think the gas is going down a bit in this. We have got the Jetboil as well. We have got the X Boil as well, but we will hopefully have enough gas. That is a slow heat. We'll just turn it down. It's only a steak, so it shouldn't take too long. Well, it's quite a thick steak. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. Okay, well, we've got some fire under there, and it's not exactly, as you can see, a roaring flame. That is quite a low heat. You couldn't get any lower if you tried. Well, while the steak is cooking, which I think is going to take a little bit of time, I thought I would show you just a few things that I've recently bought. So one is this Rab Pertex Quantum booty for, you know, walking around camp, not when it's soaking wet, but I think it's might be handy, especially in some snow. Although the temperature's about 10 degrees plus 10 degrees at the moment, and I will admit that my feet are not exactly roasting hot in them, so it's going to be interesting to see how that one goes. I did a video on gloves, and one of the gloves that I particularly like, and it's very difficult to get hold of them now, is WinPro. So I found this pair of WinPro by a company called The Heat. So I'll try these and see how these get on. They do come with a pocket in the top where you can put one of those hot things to warm your hands up, which I think is a bit superfluous to requirements, really. I won't be using the heat thing, but I got those gloves. I also got a PhD, Lassie, go back. Lassie, go back. A PhD sleeping bag liner. So I always wanted, you know, something to go over the sleeping bag that wasn't just, a bivvy. So I've got that. So it's not the cheapest of things, but I thought, well, I'll splash out and get it. So I've got that. So we'll talk about that more another time as well. What else did I get? So the booties, the gloves, that, I think that's, and then obviously the HMG pack, the Wind Rider pack. And I forgot to mention my Snow Peak double-walled mug, which I got recently. Yeah, it's quite useful. I don't know whether there's very much gas left in there. It's going quite slowly. So that's just a few bits that I've got recently. I don't know what these Rab Quantum boots are going to be like. They're an odd fit. I feel like my feet want to fall off the sides inside them, and like I said, my feet now feel quite, I wouldn't say cold, but cool. I don't think I'd be wanting to stand outside in them in the snow for very long. I think they'd be okay for a few minutes, but I don't think I'd be wanting very long. I think that's it. I thought there was something else, but I don't think so. I have ordered some other gloves which I'm going to try, and I'll sort of, you know, talk about those in various in a glove video in addition to what I'm already doing. There's really not very much heat coming off of that. We might very well have to get this Jetboil. Well, I'm sure we're going to have to use this. This is the only thing that I don't like, or one of the things that I don't like, you know, with gas. I nearly thought for a minute I didn't see how it would have been possible to have left that behind, but I suddenly had this awful feeling that I'd left that behind. Thinking it's just not possible. There might be enough gas in there for warming up water, but I don't think there's enough for cooking this steak, because I do like my steaks properly done. All right, we'll whack that on there. That should get that finished off. I think it's still very red in there. It definitely needs more. It definitely needs more cooking than what it's getting at the moment. That is for sure. That's okay, because there's plenty of fuel there, plus what's in there to do the steak, and then I've got all that fuel in there. So we've got plenty of fuel, even if that gas runs out. I kind of had a feeling that the gas wouldn't be enough to do everything, and that's why I kind of deliberately brought this as well. Ah, that's better. Now we're getting somewhere. And in fact, what I can do is there should be just enough water, just enough fuel in there to get some heat back into that. So while one's cooking, we can get the potato going. Put the lid on there. Oh, I am looking forward to this. I must admit, I don't do this very often, but when I do it, it is nice. And that steak is getting properly cremated there, which is absolutely perfect. I know the steak experts out there that's saying, I know, you don't do it like that. That's not how you do a steak. Nah, that's how you do a steak. You give it a jolly good one. Potato with asparagus. Just put the potato in with the asparagus, and then you kind of have, you know, asparagus potato then. Oh. And I think that flame is going down as well, so probably we're doing all right. So that's your steak, that's your poor Messner steak, and that's your poor Messner asparagus, and mashed potato, but you just do it all together because it's just easier that way. All this fancy, pretty stuff. Don't go along with all fancy, pretty stuff. And that fire is nearly going out, so we'll just let that finish up there. Mind the knife. The knife is like, so one thing I worry about a little bit in camp is knives. I don't really like bringing knives camping. Realistically, for most things that we do in camp, something, to be fair, probably even eating this steak, that would be plenty. But that's fine. I mean, that's nearly gone out. We've got a tiny bit of gas left in there, which we can probably use for another tea or two. And then I got all that fuel there, so we've got plenty to be going on with there. All right, that's gone out. So we can put the steak down there. Lassie can lick the pan. Anyway, you lick the pan. It might be a bit warm, so wait a minute. But it has cooled off quite a bit. So she can lick the pan. She can lick the spatula. You know, we're not all health and safety. We're not all health and safety fanatics here. You're out camping. Plonk your asparagus and potato on the top like that. Gordon Ramsay, eat your heart out. And now we will tuck in and eat this. Just again, be very careful. It's kind of saying it to myself as much as anyone else. Oh my giddy aunt. I don't know where to start. Oh yeah. Well, that is definitely cooked. All those herbs and spices, I can feel them. Very tasty. That is really, really nice. I must admit, for a change now and again, this is nice. And a little bit for the hound. I definitely think those endy bits, I think they were getting a little bit hard on the asparagus, but they've cooked okay. It cuts very nice. It's beautifully cooked. I know you all like it well done, but that to me is, you know, perfect. Raw. But that to me is perfect. Oh. I could never sunset half an hour. Wow. I could just never imagine being vegetarian. Again, you know, everyone likes different things. And if you like your veggies, very good. But I like my meat. Maybe we better rephrase that one, Lassie, do you think? Oh, all right, you save a bit for Lassie. Oh. Mmm. Oh God, that was nice. Oh. Oh, that was really nice. Really, really nice. Oh, that was better than pussy. But if you don't get pussy, then Lassie, you're in the way of Daddy's rudities. But if you don't get pussy, then it's definitely better than pussy. Like I said, oh, that's a lot less hassle than pussy. You eat it, and that's it. Well, you eat pussy too, don't you, I suppose? We get a lot more hassle with that. Oh, that was hassle-free. Oh. Bloody hell, the pan's gone walkabout. Oh, fuck. Oh, me. Oh. Yeah. Well, that's how you clean your... Oh, God. That's how you clean your pan. Oh. Oh, bloody hell, that's my nose going now, better keep. That was proper tasty. It's quite hot. There was quite a lot of... Oh, you can look that. There was quite a lot of pepper. Oh, cup of tea time. Oh. Oh, that was so nice. Oh, I did enjoy that. I know we don't do that type of thing very often, and I think many of my subscribers are happy that we don't just rely on steaks, steaks for views. But oh, when we do have a steak, whew, that was nice. And that is how you clean your plate. We're not reusing it again. And then you take it home and you just wash it at home. And then I bet if you're in home, that's Mum, check in with Mum, make sure she's still in the land of the living. Oh, oh my goodness. And then how do you clean your potato bowl? It's really simple. You have a potato, cup of tea. I know you're not supposed to do it that way, but oh, I really don't think you're going to blow anything up. You're supposed to light it and then put the thing on. So obviously everybody do that. Oh. And if it goes wrong, don't go crying to Jetboil, because they do tell you not to do it that way. Indeed, they even saw one of my videos, amazingly, and they said, don't do it that way. Oh. 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 That was nice. Okay, all right, well, we're going to get the kettle on, and we've done well. We've cooked, video cooked. You can see the hound has had her steak, and now she's got her biscuits. So we're fed, we're watered, we can have tea. We've done an question and answer session. We've shown you a few new bits. We probably won't be too late going tomorrow. Tomorrow's the 20th tomorrow. Yeah, 20th tomorrow, Wednesday. We'll head back. And then I've got Thursday and Friday at home. And I'll do some Christmas shopping, food shopping. It's literally just for Mum, Dad and me now. We don't bother with presents. Like I said yesterday earlier, we'll cook up the old bird. Well, I'll cook up the bird and I'll take some over for my dad. My mum's vegetarian, she doesn't eat anything anyway. So I'd pop over there on Christmas Day. It's just other days for me, really. I don't know about other people, but I suppose if you've got family and kids, obviously it's more Christmassy when you've got kids and everything. But when I was a kid, I used to enjoy Christmas. It was really exciting. And then I kind of grew up, and I don't know why, I never really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it with Sue. But even then it was more, we'll do it. I don't know, maybe I should have enjoyed it more with her back then, but I enjoyed it plenty. Big presents, and Mum and Dad came round, and yeah, it was good enough. I've just never been really very Christmassy. And then the last one, she was mad about Christmas, especially spending money. Yeah, she liked Christmas, the Christmas tree and the lights and all that type of stuff. But I can't be. I did get a tree at Sainsbury's, a small one, a live one in a pot. So I used to grow them. I used to keep them in pots. I'll try and keep this one alive if I can. But yeah, I always used to keep them, I prefer a live tree than a dead artificial one, I must admit. I'll stick some lights on it, I'll find some decorations of some sort to go on, but I'm not really interested in it so much. It's really just another day to wait until you come out camping again. Like I said, I think when my parents still around, I won't go camping over Christmas, but maybe one day in the future when they're not around, I'll go camping over Christmas or something. And like I said, that's how you clean your pots. Just use the tea bags. Because the potato, obviously, it just waters right down. I have tried this. I've started the saline thing up my Utah, so I didn't bring it with me because it's a big pot thing, but I will keep trying that. Oh Jesus! All right, okay. Well, I'm gonna have this tea, and I'm gonna give Mum a ring. Then I'm gonna carry on with the Norseman. Anyone else watching the Norseman on Netflix? If you like my nonsense here, you probably enjoy the Norseman on Netflix. It's ridiculously, stupidly funny. Thank you to Always Forward channel. Check out his stuff. He really does some adventurous things. If you pass by his channel, say I sent you. All right, we'll catch up later on.